Manchester United versus Real Sociedad, Europa League second leg, and all to play for. So it's all balanced. It all hangs in a thread, by a thread, in whatever you want it to hang in, I suppose. But it's still plenty of ways in which this tie can go, and I'm hoping that it's a simple enough tie that we can at least treat it a bit in a bit more routinely fashion. But I suppose you could also um, pivot with that point and say, well, you know, it could go any other way. It's routine. What is routine for Manchester United today? It just seems like there's all sorts of possibilities that Man United could go from, looking quite comfortable in this game and seeing it through, going into the next round. Alternatively, get embarrassed at home like we have done already once or twice a season. And I know Real Sociedad, they've not been playing too well at the moment. They're still a Spanish outfit. They're still quite comfortable playing with the ball in possession. Um, just very unfortunate in front of goal, but judging by how we are, how our goalkeeping is, how sometimes our defensive mishaps are, somehow our midfield, lack of uh, awareness, perhaps we could say, with the midfield, and then lack of clinicality in the strike force. So there's plenty of factors that, even with Sociedad's struggles, they can pose very much a very big threat. Um, I mean, we've made Ipswich and Southampton look quite decent, to be honest. So, you know, it's all in the works to make Sociedad look like prime Barcelona, or you could even say Barcelona this season, to be honest, because I watched them for a fair bit against Benfica, and they're just their wingers are just terrorizers. They're just terrorizers. Very strong strike force, very comfortable midfield, and a very youthful defense, but very resolute. So yeah, there's plenty of things to take note of with Sociedad, and it doesn't really matter that they lost last game against Sevilla, and that was Sevilla coming to their home ground where they lost that game 1-0. Um, and of course, we come off the back of drawing 1-1 to Arsenal, who also then drew 2-2, which I believe it was 2-2 in the week as well. So yeah, I think we've sort of gone away, had a sort of a rummage with different outfits, and tried different things. And I think with the Arsenal performance, it was very much sit quite deep and just try and convert from the counter. It does beg the question: what about this game? Does the same thing apply? Do we approach in the same method? I mean, we're struggling for players at the back. I mean, Aiden Heaven's gonna have to start. He did all right when he came on against Arsenal. Fair plays to him. He was okay, but it's not the most ideal situation to have to sort of force youth players essentially to have to fill in big important squad positions. Luke Shaw's dead. He's now fulfilling the new Malacia role, just dead and his skeleton's in a closet somewhere. Johnny Evans apparently is out with a lower back injury, so he's probably retired to a retirement home. Harry Maguire, I think he's starting to sort of slow down. I think his fitness is starting to take a hammering. Martinez is out for pretty much the whole of 2025, or most of it. And Lenny Yoro went off with a foot injury in the Arsenal game. So we're quite threadbare. We've gone from not really having any issues with the depth in the defence to us being very, very threadbare. So not great, not not great at all. I suppose you could say that because we've got um, Jeremy Patrick Dorgu. I keep calling him Jeremy because I'm thinking of Doku. Um, Doku. It's not Doku. It's Dorgu. Patrick Dorgu. We've got Patrick Dorgu who can play over on the wing back position, and you could also transition Mazraoui into a cover makeshift centre back on one of the wider positions. And just reserve the depth, as much depth as possible, with Aiden Heaven on the bench. So maybe Amarim tries to do that, but I think the key issues for us is that providing we play the same way as we did against Arsenal, the issues isn't necessarily going to be with the defence nor the midfield, but rather the attacking front three. So striker with Højlund, maybe he gets afforded a bit more space and time. Maybe he gets one or two more opportunities, and maybe he can find a way to convert in this game. But it's not something you back him to do. You don't really back Højlund at this stage, because I just feel like he's sort of mentally checked out at the moment, and a lot of people have been trying to sympathise with him, and I just feel like he's sort of stumbled into the wrong place in his career at the wrong time, or maybe the right place, but just completely at the wrong time and in the wrong scenario. So, I think with Højlund, maybe it's the case that you find the right games to then play him, but in the rest of the matches, you just sort of keep him sort of out of the way. So maybe we do see Højlund starting in this game as a way to try and get him on the score sheet. If we can make big, clear-cut chances like we did against Arsenal, I reckon we could, judging that when we transition through the game effectively. So we have moments in the game where we are sitting deep and soaking up pressure and hitting on the break. But then there are other parts of the game where we just look to hold possession and don't worry about trying to really just go at the opposition 24/7, but just to manage the game. So I think there's definitely factors in this game where I feel like Manchester United have got options on the table. Definitely different ways of playing this, approaching it. I think with the team selection, you're sort of forced into one team selection. Maybe we'll see Eriksen play in this game. Casemiro probably will play as well. Fernandes obviously is going to play. Dallow's going to play. Xerxes, I suppose you've got to wonder, will he be in one of the 10s or will he be in the 9? Because if he plays in the 10, probably means Højlund's playing. If he plays in the 9, probably will have Eriksen or Fernandes up in one of the 10s with Garnacho on the other side. And then obviously you can pick out what the rest of the midfield will look like. Toby Collier is back and available for selection. So will he start this game to get some minutes before then switching out to bring somebody else into the fray? Possibly, but maybe we also start with experience first and then bring on the youth if the game is in a bit more of a comfortable position. Because even though it is youth players with the likes of Collier and Aiden Heaven, they can still do a job. They can still show good professionalism. So I'm not necessarily against seeing these guys start instead of the experienced players, but then I'm not necessarily against them starting from the bench and then coming into the game at a later stage. As far as the score prediction goes, I'm going to go more. I will say I'll go 2-1 to United with this one. I think we'll have just enough in the tank to convert a couple of chances. I still see frailties in terms of sort of keeping teams out from scoring a goal or two. But I think we'll definitely pay the price in one form or another. Um, but I just see us overall on the balance of the game, where you could say in Spain, Sociedad tipped it, they edged it in this respect. I feel like Man United can tip the scales slightly in our favour. So I'm sort of backing my team at this point. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. Whether we think that maybe Sociedad remain strong favourites or sort of somewhat more in a favourable position, but I think there's more to say for United progressing through to the next round, um, which of course means we'll probably end up playing, if we do, playing against Lyon, Olympic Lyon, because they're currently playing against FCSB, and FCSB go um, to Lyon with a 3-1 deficit. They've got to do some mad stuff to overturn that tie from a disadvantageous position as well. So bound to be Lyon in the next round for whoever progresses in this round. I sure hope it's Manchester United that does it, because I think that there is something to be said about Man United getting something against Lyon. But then again, who knows? I mean, their manager, I think, is suspended. Oh, yeah, I think their manager is like fully suspended for like quite a long time for getting in someone's face, an official's face. So yeah, maybe there's something to be said there. But fingers crossed, we can do the duties and we can see out this tie and get us into the next round. Just do it. In the words of Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Do it. Make your dreams become a reality. Make your dreams come true. So yeah, that's what I hope we do. But with Man United's case, you can never pin them down to do one thing specifically or the other. You could get every version of Manchester United in one night. It's possible, but let's hope it is only the positives we see. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are about this game tonight in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash them likes and subscribe, and wish my mother a happy birthday, because it is her birthday today. So we'll show some love to Mama Fuzz as well, if y'all dig that. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back later on tonight, hopefully later on tonight, to discuss the fallout of the game. Hopefully, we are through to the next round, but maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Maybe I should use reverse psychology like I did against Arsenal, and then we'll achieve some great things. Possible, possible. But anyways, take care, guys, and speak to you all again later on. Take care, and Glazers out.